Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're diving headfirst into OpenAI's latest dev day.
Yeah,
It was.
they just dropped a ton of crazy new advancements,
They did.
and we're going to break it down for you guys, like what it actually means.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't,
Right?
knee-deep in code every day, this is going to affect you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is your cheat sheet to the future.
Yeah.
Because this stuff is happening right now.
Yeah.
But it's straight out of sci-fi movie.
Okay, so first up, we got to unpack this whole multimodal AI thing.
Yes.
It sounds really complex and technical, but it's actually
not.
about to change
Yeah.
how we use, like, literally every piece of tech we own.
Yeah, it's going to change how we interact with computers fundamentally.
Okay, so break it down okay, so
In the simplest terms.
up until now, AI has mostly been stuck in its own lane, right?
Mhm.
Like it can understand your voice or it can read your text, but it can't do both at the same time. It's very rare that it can.
Right.
Multimodal AI
Mm.
is basically teaching AI
Mm-hmm.
to be fluent in like every digital language at once.
So instead of talking to our devices like they're these dumb robots, we're talking about like a real back and forth.
Yeah, like a real conversation. Like you're talking to another person.
Wow.
Because you can imagine like showing your phone a picture of, I don't know, a plant that you're trying to keep alive and having a conversation with your phone about what's wrong with your plant.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Or imagine like medical diagnoses being made, not just from like your charts and stuff, but like an AI that can look at an X-ray with like incredible accuracy.
Wow.
Multimodal AI is going to make our technology so much smarter.
Okay, so I mean, AI was already doing some pretty incredible things. Like,
Wow.
what makes these open AI announcements so groundbreaking?
Okay, so what's fascinating here is that building AI, even a simple AI interaction,
Mm-hmm.
was like, before this, it was like trying to like assemble a puzzle, but all the pieces are from different boxes.
Yeah.
You've got like, developers were stuck cobbling together all these different AI models for every little task.
Right.
One for speech recognition, one for understanding the words, one to generate the response.
It's a mess.
It was a total mess.
So it sounds like OpenAI basically just handed developers the entire puzzle already done and said, go have fun.
Basically. Yeah, they created, it's like a universal translator for all these different types of data, the whole new ballgame.
Wow.
Because it just streamlines the entire development process.
Oh,
And that means we're going to have AI experiences that are way more intuitive and human-like as a result.
okay, so this is where I'm really interested because, tell me about this real-time API everyone's talking about and why it has the potential to be so revolutionary.
It's like, okay, remember dial-up
Oh, yeah.
and how long it took to, like, get online?
Oh, don't remind me.
This is like going from dial-up to fiber optic.
Okay.
It's that level of, like, speed and smoothness.
Okay. I'm listening.
That's what the real-time API is doing.
Okay.
It's allowing us to interact with AI like it's a real conversation.
So how is that actually going to change my Tuesday?
Okay, so imagine you've
Yeah.
got a problem with your Wi-Fi. Right. Instead of, like, having to navigate that, like, clunky phone menu
Oh my gosh, yes.
or wait on hold for, like, an hour,
The worst.
you're instantly connected with an AI assistant
Okay.
who can you just talk to it.
Okay.
You explain your problem. It gets you. There's no, like, none of that.
It
I
understands.
didn't understand that. Could you repeat? Like,
Yeah, the robot voice.
it's gone.
Okay.
It's real back and forth.
Okay, yeah, that alone would be life-changing, honestly.
Right.
But let's say beyond customer service.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways that this real-time API could really shine?
Education is a big one.
Okay.
Think about it, like language learning apps that can, as you're speaking,
Yes.
give you feedback on your pronunciation,
Oh my God.
or like, interactive tutoring sessions.
Yes, right.
Where the AI can adjust in real time to how you're learning.
Wow.
And remember we talked about multimodal AI?
Yeah.
Put that together with real-time capabilities.
Oh, wow.
You could show your phone, like a math problem,
Yeah.
and talk through it with the AI.
Oh, okay.
And it can give you personalized guidance, like in that moment.
Wow. Personalized AI tutors. That's something I could have used
Right.
back in the day. But what's actually going on, like behind the scenes, to make all this so much faster? It just sounds too good to be true.
It uses some, it's really amazing technology under the hood.
Yeah.
Like natural language processing, NLP,
Yeah.
automatic speech recognition, ASR, all these things.
Right.
But it's doing it all in this, streamlined process.
Yeah.
There's no more like, 5 different models all trying to talk to each other
Right.
to make this one thing happen.
It's like one brain instead of like a...
Exactly. It's one super efficient brain, and it's all happening in real time.
Wow.
So it can handle all the nuances of human conversation, like interruptions, changes in topic, if you have an accent, if you speak quickly, like all that stuff. It can handle it.
That's
And
incredible.
it makes it way more natural.
Okay, this is blowing my mind because I'm also hearing that they might be expanding this real-time API beyond just voice. What's next?
Yeah, so the rumors are true.
Okay.
OpenAI has hinted that they're going to be adding vision and video to the real-time API.
Hold on. So
So-
vision and video,
Yeah.
so it's not just going to understand what I'm saying, but it's going to see what it's looking at.
Exactly. And it's going to process that in real time.
Whoa.
So think about like gaming,
Yeah.
way more immersive video games,
Okay.
virtual reality.
Yeah.
That feels real, like you're actually there.
Wow.
Robots that can navigate really complex environments
Oh, okay.
because they can actually see and understand.
Right, like a human would.
Exactly. Like a human would. It's going to be a whole new era of
Yeah.
human-computer interaction.
Okay. I officially feel like I'm living in a sci-fi movie.
Right.
But as cool as all that sounds,
Yeah.
let's bring it back down to earth for a second. Talk about some real, like, concrete things that are happening right now.
Yeah.
Our sources mention this thing called vision fine-tuning for GPT-4o. What is that? Vision fine-tuning for GPT-4o.
Yeah.
Break it down for me. Like, explain it like I'm 5, but also tell me why it matters,
Sure.
for the average person.
Imagine you're like really good at something.
Okay.
Like let's say you play piano,
Okay.
but then you get to train with like a world famous pianist.
Okay.
You're going to get like way better.
Right.
That's kind of what vision fine tuning is doing.
Okay.
Just like we're taking GPT-4o, which is already amazing
Yeah.
at understanding text and
Yeah.
generating text.
Right.
And we're basically giving it a whole new sense.
Oh, wow.
We're giving it sight.
It can see.
Well, kind of, yeah. Like developers can now train it on specific images.
Okay.
So it's getting really good at understanding visual information.
So give me an example. Like, how is this being used in the real world?
So there's this company, Grab, they're like a huge like ride sharing and delivery company, right, over in Southeast Asia.
Okay.
And they're using vision fine tuning to make their mapping systems even more accurate.
Oh, okay.
So imagine like training an AI on millions of images of street signs,
Right.
landmarks, potholes, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it can start to recognize those things in the real world.
Wow.
With crazy accuracy. And that means better navigation for everyone.
That's really cool. What else?
Automat.
Okay.
They're a company that builds document like processing AI.
Okay.
And they use vision fine tuning. And it made their bots like over 200% more efficient.
Wow, that's huge.
It's massive because think about all that time we waste like manually entering data
Right.
from forms and invoices.
Paperwork.
Yeah, all that boring stuff.
Yeah.
With vision fine-tuning, these bots can now see and understand those documents.
Wow.
Just like a human, but way faster and with way fewer errors.
It's like they're taking over all the boring jobs.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's just 2 examples. Like think about healthcare.
Yeah.
AI that can look at x-rays and MRIs, or like architecture, tools that can just understand your sketches.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's going to be wild.
Okay, so we talked about multimodal AI, then this real-time API, now vision fine-tuning. It feels like OpenAI is like trying to give AI like superpowers.
Yeah, they want to make it as powerful as possible, but also
Yeah.
more accessible,
Right. More useful for everyone.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of accessibility,
Yeah.
our sources mention updates to the chat completions API. Is that related to all this real-time stuff we talked about?
It's all connected.
Yeah.
So remember how we talked about like choosing the right tool for the job?
Right.
So the real-time API, that's your go-to for like those super fast back and forth conversations.
Okay.
But sometimes you need an AI that can like slow down, process more information,
Right.
and still give you that flexibility of like different input and output options. That's where chat completions comes in.
Okay, so what's new with chat completions?
So the big thing is they added audio support.
Oh, wow.
So now you can have applications where instead of just typing in text,
Yeah.
you can actually use your voice.
Oh, that's cool.
So think like education software. Students can speak their answers.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or translation apps that work with both text and audio.
Very cool.
So it's really about giving developers more choices
Yeah.
to build AI experiences that like really fit what they're trying to do.
That's awesome. Okay, so much to unpack today.
I know, right? It's a lot.
We talked about multimodal AI, the real-time API, vision fine-tuning, audio for check completions API.
That's a lot.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah.
But I think the main takeaway here is OpenAI is making some pretty incredible strides
Absolutely.
in AI.
They're making AI more powerful, more versatile, more accessible. I mean,
Right, and it really feels
it's
like
the future.
we're on the edge of something
Yeah, it's happening.
huge.
It's very exciting.
So for everyone listening, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
How do you see these new technologies changing things? What are you most excited about?
What scares you?
Yeah, what makes you a little nervous? Hit us up on social media. Let's discuss. As always, stay curious, folks.